Good morning. I guess when you guys see this, it's going to be late afternoon. I am home. I've been home. Today's my second day home. I came home late Thursday. And yesterday I used kind of all day to recover from traveling. And I thought I would do like a get ready with me and kind of chat to catch you guys up on everything that happened. And it also is my weigh-in day. So I'm going to weigh in, see the damage for this upcoming week and see what I'm going to be starting off with. And yeah, so I'll give you guys a little update. We'll have like a chatty morning. I'm not going anywhere specifically. I just plan on cleaning this house, but until my husband and my son get home, and then we might go do something. They went to SmackDown last night in Rhode Island for the Tribute to the Troop show. Carl got tickets from work, so he took Tucker to that. They had a blast. They're staying at a friend's house. But they're coming back today. We might do something when they come back. But I'm going to get my day started. I need to kind of reset. I want to get myself ready to clean the house. It might not make sense to a lot of people, but I like doing it. So I'm going to get myself ready to clean the house. And we're going to clean this house. And so I'm going to catch you guys all up while I go ahead and do that. I really need to wash my face. You guys are propped up in the bathroom cabinet. I don't know how great the sound is going to be because I've never put you in here before. I'm going to go ahead and wash my face. I got this sample that I just got in the Ipsy box. Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. It smells good. So, not too strong. So I'm going to use this to wash my face first. I do have some Christmas footage from the weekend that my mom was here when we went to go see the Christmas lights and the tree lighting ceremony downtown. So I did take some clips of that. My dad came up. So I will post that at the end of this video with a little bit of Christmas music because that's really all I had from last weekend. I didn't really have a vlog because everything happened with my grandma. If you guys are new here, my grandma died last week. And I was away at her funeral, and I am back now. I'm really bad at the intros. My name is Erin, and I mostly post weight loss stuff here, but it's been kind of a crazy week. So my dad came up after my grandma died to basically pick my mom and me up to take us back home for the funeral. But he stayed for the weekend to kind of decompress or whatever, and we had a lot of fun. And I recorded taking my mom to the Christmas light show the night he actually came, so he wasn't with us. And then we all went to the Christmas parade and the tree lighting ceremony downtown the night after that. So I do have some clips from that I'll play at the end of the video with some fun Christmas music. So stay tuned if you want to see that because it's really cute. Other than that, basically, my best friends showed up Sunday to surprise me because she is amazing. I think I'm getting a zit here. It feels sharp. Anyway, she showed up to surprise me, and she brought me an orchid, and I'll show you later. It's so pretty. Basically just because she loves me, and she wanted to support me before I went home for the funeral. So they only stayed, half the day, because they had to go back home to let the dogs out. They live about 2 hours away. But that was really, really fun, and kind of relaxing before I jumped into a very stressful week. And they got to see my parents. They had met my parents before, but they got to spend more time with my parents and get to know them a little more. But more specifically, my parents got to know our best friends a little more. So that was great. This is very lathery. I kind of like it. And then they went home, and then the next morning, pretty early, me, my mom, and my dad left for the funeral. Tucker did not want to go, and we didn't push him to go. Because I'll just never do that, especially when it comes to something like a funeral. And Carl couldn't go. So the drive ended up being 7.5, almost 8 hours, which was pretty good. I thought it was going to be longer. And then I got there, and my parents let me use my mom's car when I went to the hotel. And I basically had their car to use while I stayed at the hotel. I could have stayed with them or with my sister, but everyone, the houses are kind of tight. There's not a whole lot of space. And so it just made more sense for me to get a hotel room. Plus, I wanted to be able to work. And there were little kids at both houses. So I was able to bring my laptop and work a little bit in between everything. Tuesday were the viewings, and then Wednesday was the funeral, and then Thursday morning, I think it's called internment, they took her to her grave site. Well, we went in the little chapel because it's where my grandfather's buried. We took her to a little chapel and then had like a very private like ceremony with me, my dad, and my siblings. We were pallbearers. It was actually really sweet just having us there. We all kind of like got to say goodbye together. So that actually ended up being really nice, like a good ending to my trip. I didn't get to like talk about what I'm eating or anything. I honestly just didn't focus on filming anything while I was there. Everything was kind of moving kind of quickly. I didn't really have time. Really like that. That feels really, really nice. I might try it a few more times, and then I might pick up the bottle. That was really nice. I think my face feels pretty good. I think I'm going to use it right here. It feels something like just under the skin. I got my period when I came back, so that's super fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get on the scale now. I lost my train of thought, but I'm going to go ahead and get on the scale now, and we're going to see the damage. I ate out a lot. Some parts were just unavoidable. We ate out as a family after the viewings and after the funeral. I did really great for breakfast time. I brought protein shakes with me, and so I had those in the mornings with coffee that the hotel provided, and I had a whole bunch of protein bars with me. So it really was just kind of like lunchtime and dinner time where I was just not really paying close attention to what I was eating. But I made sure not to overeat. I stopped when I was full, except I think Buffalo Wild Wings. I was very hungry. I think I had a burger and I ate the whole thing. But other than that, I really tried to pay attention to my body and the cues that it gave me. And then yesterday, I didn't eat like terribly when I came home. I had to hit up the grocery store for some things. So today's like my full day back on track. And it's also coincidentally my weighing day. So we're going to see where I'm starting with. I did get on the scale as soon as I came home because I was worried about how bloated I was. And it said 239.9. So I had about 0.9 pounds gained of water weight, which is just not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But I was also extremely active. I was walking a lot while I was there, just moving my body a whole lot. So they could have kind of helped combat what I was eating. So I am curious to see what it says today because I was very lazy yesterday and I just started my period. So there's a good chance I just bloated up overnight. So kind of glad I got on the scale as soon as I got back because that will help me kind of put things in perspective if I've bloated a lot overnight. But anyway, I'm not going to show you guys the scale. I'm going to tell you what it says, but I'm not going to show you. And the only reason I'm not going to do that is because I don't want it to become a habit mentally for myself. I can't let it become a habit that I'm showing the scale to the camera all the time because I could see that becoming very, very detrimental to what I'm doing here. So occasionally I'll tell you what I weigh. Today's one of those days because I'm curious, as I'm sure you guys are, is like my mom came, which I had planned for, but we still went out to eat a few times. That was a whole week. Of like following the diet, but like having some moments off. So I knew I wasn't going to lose anything. And then last week was completely unexpected with my grandma. And so I am curious to see where I am after all of that. And so that's why I'm going to share with you guys what it is, but I don't want it to become a habit is what I'm getting at. So yeah, I'm not going to show the scale, but I will tell you. Okay. Very surprised. 239.9. So I didn't bloat anymore. Basically, I was 239 before my mom came, 239.0, which put me at 80 pounds lost. And I'm 239.9, which put me at 0.9 pounds gained of likely water weight because of what I've been eating. I didn't lose anything, which I knew I wasn't going to. Thanksgiving happened, and then my mom coming happened, and then my grandma happened. I was hoping to get back on track before Christmas. And I still am going to try my best to do that. But a lot of unexpected things happened to kind of push me away from where I was supposed to be. So, I mean, I'm not beating myself up about it. I'm very glad that it's not like it didn't get too out of control. 0.9 pounds of water weight, it just seems so little. Normally when I have moments like this or like times like this, weeks like this, I gained multiple pounds in water weight. I'm increasing my fat intake. I'm increasing my salt intake. I'm increasing everything. So typically I gain like at least 3 pounds of water weight. So that is surprising. But like I said, I was extremely active during all that time. I wasn't working out, but I was moving my body a lot. I was walking a lot. So maybe that just helped combat it. Anyway, my face is drying out, so I gotta go do some skincare. Okay, I'm in my office, which is also like where my vanity, like get ready area is. Our house is very small. Our bedroom just doesn't have the space for it. But anyway, this is the orchid that my friend got me. Isn't that so pretty? She's so sweet. And the vase is really cute too. So I have it sitting in my office. And it says indirect sunlight, and I have a window right here, so I think it'll do pretty well. Right there. I'm going to go ahead and do my skincare routine. I'm not going to share all the products, and I'll tell you why. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not an expert. I don't know what is good for my face. I am exploring it. This is not something like I did all my life. It's only something I focused on when I started to worry about like loose skin. And I thought I should probably do what I can with like safe things. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I thought I could try to do what I can to try to help combat that. And I thought learning to take care of my skin was a good way to start. So yeah, so I'm just going to like be doing stuff. I use a lot of toners because that's what I see on TikTok. As sad as that sounds, that's where I'm learning how to do this. So yeah, so please don't take advice from me because I do not know what I'm talking about. But it is fun. I enjoy doing it. It's therapeutic, and I definitely have seen an improvement in my skin. So I keep doing it. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. If you guys are like super interested and you really want me to share, I will. But like, just keep in mind that like I just don't know what I'm doing. I just use a lot of toners, and like I'm gonna just show you so you guys know. Because I feel like I'm probably going to be annoying if I don't at least share what it is. But like I said, please do not take advice from me. So I'm just using this because I start off with a wet face. My skin was very dry. This is the first toner I'm using. And I just put it everywhere. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was how everything with my family went. Because we all don't get along. Families have issues. Ours is no different. Can you see? I get blind without my glasses. Ours is no different. So I was a little nervous about kind of getting together with everyone. But I should have known better because we can all come together when it matters. And we really did that for my dad and my mom. So we all really got along, which was nice. There was not any issues. Also nice because typically we bicker quite a bit. And also I had like this severe falling out with one of my other sisters 2 years ago. She was the one I was most nervous about seeing again. We had like a really special bond, and yeah, we just had a really bad fight and a falling out, and we had lived together at the time, which you just shouldn't do with your siblings. Don't live with your siblings when you're an adult. I don't know if I showed that one I just used. Yeah, like I said, I use a lot of toners. Anyway, so I was most nervous about seeing her. But I shouldn't have been, because it was just, we ended up sitting next, so the viewing was awkward, I'm not going to lie. Like, seeing her, we didn't talk during the viewing, so that was pretty awkward. But then in the funeral, we had to sit next to each other. And I should have just known. Like, I should have just known, because this is just how me and her have always been. We sat next to each other and we looked at each other, and it literally was a half a second, and we both said, I love you, and like held back tears, and it was like nothing had ever happened, and we were right back where we should have been for the last 2 years, honestly. Even though at the same time I feel like we weren't together and talking because we both probably really needed that space. I think honestly we're probably way too codependent on each other. When we had our falling out, I was like dealing with a lot of depression. This is like right before my huge weight loss journey, like right before I started to take everything so seriously. I really did hit rock bottom. And that just fueled the fire of what was going on between me and her. And So we probably really, really needed that time apart, even though it does make me sad that we missed out on so much together. I have 2 different snail musings. I used to use this one. And then someone I was watching on on TikTok started using this one because of the wild yam extract. Like I said, TikTok has been my teacher, okay? I don't know anything else. Anyway, from that moment on, like we could not stop talking and catching up and giggling. And it was just, Carl said I was just glowing when I came back because I was just so happy to like have rekindled that connection with her. She gets me like no one else in my family gets me. Yeah, I was missing her, and I don't think I realized like how much I was missing her until we were in the same room together again. Honestly, we had completely avoided each other for years. I am almost out of this. I can't even get some in the dropper. There we go. So yeah, that was like this, I don't know, serendipitous moment. And it's sad that my grandma had to go for me to have that back, but I am grateful, and I feel like in a way she gave me and my sister that. Anyway, all this to say, she's coming up to visit probably in March, but like that's kind of up in the air right now. And I cannot wait to get her on YouTube. Dana is like the funniest person in my family. Like she makes me laugh. Like no one makes me laugh. And it's honestly heartbreaking that she can't share that with the world, or that she hasn't through doing something like this, because of all the people, she should be doing it. She has never met a stranger in her life. She just brings people together like no one I've ever met. Basically, Dana needs to get on YouTube, and I am going to make it happen with you guys. And hopefully she'll like it and she'll want to do it on her own. She's talked about it in the past. She just hasn't like jumped into it. Just same as me. I always talked about doing this and I hadn't jumped into it. Us for very different reasons. I always thought it'd be good like to hold myself accountable for weight loss, which clearly it is. And I'm very grateful that it's doing that for me. This is like a diary, but like I get feedback. It's amazing. I didn't know if I showed what I was doing. I had to put a sticker over this one because like the clearance label was like bleeding on my fingers. Because yeah, I got this on clearance at Walmart, which is why I ended up trying it, which I love. I will definitely be buying this on its own. It smells freaking amazing. But I had to put a sticker over it so it stopped bleeding all over my fingers because the yellow was like all over the place. Anyway, so that was special. That was like a special thing that happened while I was gone, and it made me really, really happy. And we're texting, and yeah, I'm very like just completely over the moon. So is Tucker. Tucker really, really missed her. He calls her my Dana. Their relationship is so sweet. Even Carl missed Dana. Like Carl and Dana's relationship is so special on its own. Like they just had this like sibling bond as if they really were brother and sister ever since I met Carl. Dana was much littler then, and they just connected as siblings. And so I know like I am really happy to see that Carl will have that connection with her again. Yeah. It definitely made me really happy. And I know she's probably going to watch this. And Dana, I love you. And I am so grateful that we reconnected. I missed you so much. You have no idea. And if anyone's watching this that is missing someone in their life, like, please reach out to them. Don't wait. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And yeah, that happened while I was home. And it was really, really special. And I'm very grateful that it happened. Anyway, that's basically my skincare routine. I forgot to show the lotion. I'm really bad at this. I found this. I bought the little bottle. Obviously, I see everyone use it. I was using, I have all kinds of different lotions. Like, I was using this one. I don't like it as much. And I saw everyone using this one. I picked the small bottle from Walmart. I will be buying the big bottle because it's great. That's hyaluronic acid, 3 essential ceramides. I kind of want to try their retinol because this is the retinol I was using. I use it at night. And it's out. There's like maybe a drop left in there, but I know that they make a retinol. I don't know if it's as strong, but I also don't think I need like one that's really strong. I will be purchasing the bigger bottle of that. I need an eye cream. I'm going to use this one. I have a retinol eye cream, but again, I use that at night. So, yeah. Got on an airplane Thursday, late Thursday afternoon. Flew home. Carl Tucker picked me up from the airport, and I just kind of hung out with him all night. And then yesterday, I was very, very lazy. So that was it. I think I'm going to try to do something with my hair, because I washed it last night, and it's just kind of the... What I'm going to do is, I got this bottle of water. I'm just going to wet it down, because when I style my hair from like after washing it the night before, my hair does not style well dry. Like, I have to wet it, or I just have to take a shower and then do it. And I don't want to take a shower because I took one really late last night. So, my trip home was very sad, but it was very good. My other sister made me an ornament with my grandmother's face on it for our Christmas tree. It is so sweet looking. I'll insert a picture. And I already have it up on our tree. That was really, really special. My mom had like all these, like this hoard of like makeup products, and me and my sister Dana and my other sister helped her organize it into like groups so she could give all of us like a stocking full of stuff. I actually brought my home because I'm not going to see her for Christmas. So it's just all kinds of fun makeup stuff in there. So we did that. I took my mom thrifting because now she's addicted like I am. We did that, I think, the day of the funeral after everything, just to kind of hang out because she knows leaving the next day. I had to sit in a middle seat on the way back on the plane. I forgot to check in. I was just so busy, or like so consumed with catching up with my sister, that like I completely forgot to check in. For Southwest, you have to check in to get like group A, B, or C. And you want to be in at least B to get a good, decent seat. And I was C. I was 34C. So by the time I got on the plane, there was only middle seats left. And I had to sit on middle seat. But let me tell you, non-scale victory moment, okay? I flew on an airplane with my husband and my son years ago. Like, probably like 6 or 7 years ago. And it was a mortifying moment in my life. Like, I barely fit in those seats. And honestly, if I were not sitting with Carl and my son, I don't think I would have. Like, I was in Carl's space and I was way in Tucker's space. And it definitely, like, that moment in time definitely stuck with me. Not enough to make me change. That was not my click moment, as people call it. It should have been, but it wasn't. I had a lot of should have beens. It was definitely hard. It was hard. It was embarrassing. I definitely got some looks. That moment will definitely stick with me. I'm going to use this heat protectant. I went through a launch phase, like when all that stuff came out. This is years old. I don't even know if you can still use it, but I do. This stuff is my favorite stuff on the whole planet for my hair. I even got my mom using it. And I just put a little bit on my hand, like this. And I just put it through the ends of my hair. But when I was on the plane this time, in the middle seat, like there was like trepidation went through me, of course. I didn't know how comfortable I was going to be. And no one is comfortable in the middle seat. But let me tell you, I fit in that seat. I did not rub elbows unless I put my arms out from my body. The seatbelt fit me just fine. I didn't struggle with it. Like, flying, I had flown for Evie's thing, you know, weeks and weeks ago. And so, like, I knew flying was a different experience for me now after I've lost so much weight. But sitting in the middle seat was just reaffirming, because before I would have been mortified. I would have been in both people's space on either side of me. I would have been so uncomfortable, like so beyond uncomfortable. And I just wasn't this time. If I had had like a very long flight, the flight was only an hour and a half. If I had had like a super long flight, I probably would have been more uncomfortable, just like for anybody else. But that's because like I am very shy and I don't like talking to people, and or at least I don't know how to initiate it. I like talking to people. I'm just not good at it. So like if it had been a longer flight, I'm sure it would have been more uncomfortable just because of the nature of sitting in the middle seat. But bodily wise, I was fine, and that was exciting. It's one of those things. Like, it made me really think about roller coaster rides. I can't get on a lot because I had spinal surgery when I was in my teens, and I have rods, and it's just not good for me to do stuff like that, especially like the ones that really like jerk you around. But there's been so many rides in my life that I wanted to ride, and I just knew I wouldn't fit. And then I had moments where I tried and I didn't fit, and those were mentally damaging. But when I was sitting in the middle seat, I was like, I'm going to try this summer to go on some rides, because I wouldn't have been able to do that in the past. I'm going to go ahead and blow dry my hair, and that's very loud, so I'll be right back. So hair is done. Got some tangled around my fingers. I got a new ring. My wedding ring stopped fitting me, obviously, when I started losing weight. Actually, it didn't really fit me before I started losing weight. It was way too tight. It cut off my circulation. Sometimes I couldn't even wear it. But when I started losing weight, I started getting my rings off of Amazon and just having fun with it. I've had multiple different ones, but I got a new one because the one I was wearing before is too big now. So I went down half a size. I honestly should have went down a whole size because it just really doesn't fit. Still, it's like kind of big. So I have a smaller gold ring kind of in front of it to keep it in place. But anyway, this is the ring from Amazon. This one is new, and the diamond engagement ring is new. They were both less than $20. Here, I'll take it off and show you. I've had this gold ring for a long time. It didn't fit me, and now it does. So I kind of use it to hold. I was using it to hold the rings that were way too big on, and now I still use it because I should have went down another half size for these. So this is the first one. This I got for the band. Really cute. I think this one was $12. And then this one, also under $20. Huge. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. I love it so much. It's very gaudy, but it's fun. And I'm exploring different like styles of rings because I don't know which one I want. My husband's gonna get me a new one when I am comfortable in the weight that I feel like I'm done. I don't know when that's gonna be, but when I feel like I'm done, he's going to be picking me up a new ring. We've discussed it. I kind of want to go antique, I think, but I'm like exploring different styles with like these little Amazon rings, kind of playing around with different stuff. So that's been really fun. So this is my new one. It's an 8.5. I used to be an 11. I'm pretty sure at one point I might have been a 12. I've always had like big fingers. So yeah. Super fun. Just wanted to share with you guys. You know, I don't want to wear like the boring rubber rings and stuff that a lot of people wear when they lose lots of weight. I like pretty things and glittery things. And yeah, so I went on Amazon and got myself a fake one. And I'm okay with that. It's pretty. Yeah, I think that's all my updates for you guys. Today marks getting back on track and some sort of normalcy. So that's what I plan to do. I'm going to clean this house first because Carl and Tucker did their best, but it's still not great. It really needs to be vacuumed. The dog hair is out of control. So I'm going to clean up, get vacuuming, do all that stuff today. And then hopefully by next week, you guys will see me back posting regularly with my What I Eat in a Days on Wednesdays. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any sort of Vlogmas. It's, you know, we're almost halfway through December at this point. But I will try to post more frequently just for the fun of it. So if I do get a chance to do that, I will. But for now, I'm going to post this. I plan on editing it and publishing it today or tomorrow. And I probably won't have a weekend vlog for Monday because I haven't done anything. We don't plan on doing anything this weekend. So maybe I'll do What I Eat in a Day Monday and Wednesday to just post on Monday and get back to, you know, regular posting. Yeah, so that's my plan. It was sad. Seeing my grandma like that was sad. I don't do well at funerals. My dad spoke and he cried, and I felt compelled to speak, which I never do. And I basically sobbed through 30 seconds of words. My mom spoke. It was really sweet. yeah, it was really sad, but also I'm glad my grandmother is now with my grandfather and resting, because the last few months of her life were very tough. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed and get started with my day. Thanks for getting ready with me, I guess, to go nowhere. I will post some clips here at the end of the video with a little bit of Christmas music. So you guys, I hope you enjoy that, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sunset is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand, you and me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Drive alone in December rain. They play my favorite song. I see a snowflake melt on the deck. I'm awful cold and longing for the holiday. Counting days until you're here. I've been waiting this whole year. Dear Christmas, Christmas, Christmas night. I know you may suffer light, but together we're alright. You know we're ready for Christmas. Can't wait to head back home. When the sleigh bells call, I hit the road. Baby, let it snow. We're ready for Christmas. Why you so far yet close? I think I hear them call. So baby, let it snow. Deck the house. That's when the snow starts falling. I pick all the presents up for you. Decorate the fireplace for two. I keep waiting all night, all night. Wish upon a starlight, starlight. I sleep under the mistletoe. Wake me up with a kiss on my nose. It feels so magical, yeah, look, when we were small. Someone's been here and there. The star kiss from home. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I know you may suffer